If you're anything like me and you're in serious need of guitar education, then you're going to enjoy today's episode of YYE, Your Yonge and Eglinton. We're chatting with Jack Haddad of JH Guitar School. Hi, Jack.
Hello.
Thank you for taking some time to be on YYE. Very much appreciate it. Why don't we start off by having you tell us about yourself and what you do?
Jamie, first of all, thank you for having me. So basically, I'm Jack Haddad. I'm a full-time musician. Everything music, really. Singer, songwriter, composer. But mostly, I'm a dedicated guitar instructor, educator, and music career coach.
Now, when you talked about guitar education, and you know, I think kind of music lessons or instrument lessons, guitar lessons, I usually think kind of like, you know, one-on-one, right? The instructor and the student kind of sitting down, but that's not necessarily your approach. Can you tell us a little bit about all the different services that you provide?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, of course, you would think that one-on-one is the way to go, because traditionally that's how it's been for hundreds and hundreds of years. But it turned out that it's not the most efficient way for students to learn. So as you know, just like school, university, whatever, people do everything in class, regardless if they're on the same level. Some people might be, you know, more brilliant than others, but that doesn't mean they should be taking one-on-one private lessons. Now, we do offer that. So what we do is a multitude of formats. We do offer one-on-one lessons, small classes, small meaning 3 to 5 people in there. We do offer workshops as well, where there's a bunch of people doing the same thing. So why I do that is because we actually need this diversity. Usually we do classes because that's how people learn the best. They're not distracted. On a one-on-one setting, we tend to discuss, right? We tend to fall off the path, talk, anything but just play guitar or train. So this is why the group classes is good for them. Now, we do offer one-on-one lessons whenever the student needs to be working on something very specific, such as working on a song, or they have a performance they need to prepare for. Then definitely we will do that.
Jack, what do you find is the biggest obstacle for someone who thinks that they might want to learn how to play the guitar? What kind of hurdle do they need to get over in order to kind of get started with learning?
Well, by experience, I guess the number one thing holding people back, especially you know, new learners, especially adults, is their level of confidence. The confidence in themselves and also in the process. So even though they're doing great, and even though they might you know, be very confident people in other areas in their lives, when it comes to guitar, I don't know why they have this mind block about that. So if we can get them past this stage, we might see lots of results. Basically, that's the number one problem we see, especially in adults. Once they have their confidence, because they're doing fine, right? With our training and them working on whatever we're giving them, they're getting better. But they have to really be convinced that they are. And once they are, you know, the sky is the limit.
It's interesting that you say, especially in adults, because as a father of 2 young children, confidence and inhibitions, I guess, if you will, they're just, I mean, the confidence is there, the inhibitions are not. They'll do anything, exactly, anywhere, it doesn't matter what other people think.
They are more daring, yeah.
And then as you get older, you maybe become more self-conscious, I think, about what other people might think and what you're capable of, and so I think this is a really great point.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Do you play for fun, like in either a band or something like that around the Yonge and Eglinton area? Like, could somebody kind of catch you playing somewhere?
Yeah, definitely. Right now I'm working on a new project with a band, all Toronto-based musicians, and we'll be playing for, you know, we'll be out this summer and hopefully keep doing that for a long time. As you know, I've been teaching online, but we've been thinking of expanding to the Yonge and Eglinton area, and we would like to serve the community over here It's amazing, and Jamie, you're doing an amazing job for having us discover the area, so thank you for that.
Thank you, appreciate that very much. Why don't you tell people who are watching where they can find you, where you want to be discovered in case somebody wants to reach out and maybe start to learn.
If you want to learn guitar, of course, you can catch me on www.jhguitarschool.com. You will find all of the various programs we have to offer, such as the online training, and the local Toronto-based classes in case you're in the area, and also the music career mentoring. You could find that on the website. Now, if you want to follow me personally, that's Jack Haddad Music on Instagram and on Facebook.
Great, and you've got, I was on your Instagram, you've got a big following personally on Instagram, so.
Yeah, I would say so. A modest following from around the world, though, so that's good.
Good for you, fantastic. Jack, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jamie. Let's do this.